Are you one of those people who have the best ideas but don't know how to communicate them? I learned these frameworks from the book, The Pyramid Principle, that I believe will help you organize your thoughts when speaking and make an impression on your audience in an eye-catching way. So let's jump right into today's video. By the way, if you're watching my video for the first time, subscribe to the channel or follow me on LinkedIn to stay connected. If you lack your audience's attention in the first 10 seconds, you have already lost them. And this statement was made in the 1960s and holds true even today. It's a key premise behind the pyramid principle. This book specifies that ideas cannot be derived unless they are all connected and arranged logically. Trust me, this technique is used by a lot of management consultants when talking, but it can be also applied to any written or spoken communication, including emails. Now you can think of the pyramid principle as two frameworks that work together, the SCQA and the MECE. The first framework is called SCQA, that creates the hypothesis. It is often written as if-then statement. For example, if this happens, then this will happen. This framework is easy to learn and it has the advantage of being able to be used on its own without the second framework, right? The second framework, MECE, structures an argument to prove the hypothesis, and they both collectively create the pyramid. In a nutshell, it starts with the end in the mind, the hypothesis, and then layers arguments or proofs based on the data to support the hypothesis. Now, SCQA stands for situation, complication, question and answer. Let's use an example to understand the SCQA framework properly. Now, let's say you were to pitch the idea of redeveloping a CRM structure for a large enterprise, and this current CRM in this organization was implemented more than 10 years ago. And over the time, it has mutated to a point of becoming a barrier to future growth, right? Now, to get started with the framework, your first statement must be something that the audience agrees with, because if the situation causes disagreement, everything else fails, right? Now, for example, the situation statement could be that a good CRM is essential to support future growth targets. Now, it's hard to imagine that someone would actually disagree with this statement, right? Next, we introduce the complication, which frames the problem, such as what has changed or what was the impact of the change. For example, as a result of years of customization and bad data solutions, the CRM creates serious data quality issues and manual workarounds that negatively impact employee and customer satisfaction. You see how we specified the problem statement there? Now the question frames the answer or hypothesis. It is kind of optional and depends on the situation, but if you're pitching something more complex or important, you should include it because it acts like a bridge between the problem statement and the hypothesis. In this case, the question could be that, shall we still continue to customize our current CRM, or do we need to redevelop it smartly to meet future growth targets and customer satisfaction? As you can see, it suggests the answer by opening the door for a somewhat radical solution, which means redeveloping the CRM rather than enhancing it. It is basically used to preempt objections to the hypothesis. And the answer or the hypothesis is a proposed solution to the complication, right? For example, if you want to support our medium and long-term goals and aspirations, then we need to redevelop a new CRM structure and build an automated and data-driven CRM. And that is how the SCQA framework in a nutshell works, which is then supported by the MECE framework, which stands for mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. A MECE is basically a structured approach of using deductive reasoning or introducing vertical or horizontal flow of logic. And that would be covered in detail as a second part of the framework series. But while you're waiting for the next video, put the SCQA framework into practice and use it in your emails or use it to present an idea to your manager probably. I hope this video was helpful, and let me know in the comment section below what you think about this framework, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.